Okay, I want to talk about kidney failure. Kidney failure, of course, the goal of doctors is to get you on dialysis and get you up for kidney transplant. But remember, I'm a pathologist, and I used to look at kidneys removed from people who were getting a kidney transplant. And when you look at the kidneys of people who are getting a kidney transplant, the kidneys are taken from them, there's nothing wrong with them. What? Well, how come they had kidney failure? Well, I'll give you an example here. Let's say you're taking a shower, and the water starts rising up around your ankles and gets up your knees, starts overflowing the tub. Are you going to call a plumber and say, hey, look, I need you to come and exchange the tub? I need a new tub. No. What you do is you lean down while the shower's running, and you just scrape the soap scum and the hair off the drain, and the tub drains, everything's fine. The same thing is true when people have kidney failure. Their creatinine levels in their blood go up, which is kind of a measure of the ability to process protein, and their blood pressures go up because when the kidneys aren't happy, they release a hormone called renin, which drives your blood pressure up, trying to get more dirty blood into the kidneys to filter. And what happens here is, in reality, there's nothing wrong with the kidney most of the time, like 99% of the time when you have kidney failure, there's nothing wrong with the kidney itself or the filtering units called the glomeruli. But what is wrong is the little afferent arteries are 10,000 times smaller than the diameter of your hair, carry the dirty blood in the filtering units. They're only big enough for one or two blood cells to go through at the same time. Tiny, tiny little things, 10,000 times smaller than the diameter of your hair. And when they get plugged, two things happen. Blood pressure goes up because the kidney doesn't like being without the blood. It doesn't like to not do its job. So it releases a hormone called renin, again, to drive your blood pressure up, drive more dirty blood into the kidney for filtering. And so blood pressure goes up, often because of peripheral artery disease inside the kidney. And then, of course, eventually you start to have to get dialysis 4 or 5 times a week. Then they put you on the kidney transplant list. And for a while, everything seems to go okay, but if you don't change your lifestyle, the new kidneys go bad also. So what's going on here? What's going on here is this. The little arteries in the kidneys, these little afferent arteries that deliver the dirty blood into the filtering units called glomeruli, are actually plugged by inflammation, not cholesterol. Cholesterol has nothing to do with it. Inflammation from eating fried foods, processed meats, trans fat. I was so glad to see the FDA ban trans fats, because that was going to be my 9th lawsuit against them with the trans fats thing. Because we've known since 1971, 40 years we've known that trans fats and fried foods, processed meats with nitrates, nitrites, oils, margarines, mayonnaise, salad dressing, this is where most trans fats are. And then there's heterocyclic amines, burnt animal fats, and acrylamides, superheated carbohydrates like French fries and burnt toast and that kind of stuff. Crispy crackers and crispy potato chips. These are the things that clog arteries. And the small ones, 10,000 times smaller than the diameter of your hair, are going to plug up first compared with your coronary artery, which is as big around as your little finger. Okay? So we came up with a system we call the Healthy Heart and Brain Pack, which delivers all 90 essential nutrients, particularly with a little extra effort designed to deal with the cardiovascular system, including the little afferent arteries, the kidneys. And then we throw in the Ultimate Daily Tablets. The Ultimate Daily Tablets are designed to support and promote healthy blood flow through obstructed arteries, even little afferent arteries in the kidneys, and also support and promote healthy blood pressure. Okay, and then I want you to get the trilogy of books, Let's Play Doctor, Let's Play Herbal Doctor, and the Passport to Aromatherapy. Go to your longevity associate and ask for the trilogy of books, Let's Play Doctor, Let's Play Herbal Doctor, and the Passport to Aromatherapy, and you'll learn about kidney failure. You learn about what you can do about it. You have to change your lifestyle. No more fried foods. No more processed meats or nitrates, nitrites. No oils, no margarines, mayonnaise, salad dressing, cooking oils. No gluten, no wheat, barley, rye, and oats. And guess what? You take all 90 essential nutrients. You get the extra Ultimate Daily, which again are designed to support and promote healthy blood flow through obstructed arteries and support and promote healthy blood pressure. It's predictable. Even if you are not urinating, we get people who don't even urinate. They haven't urinated in 5 years. And on this little program, within a couple of months, here comes the first drop of urine that they haven't had in 5 years. And then in a couple more weeks, there's 10 drops, and then there's a teacup, and then there's normal urine volume because there's more blood flowing through those obstructed arteries. Okay? More dirty blood reaching the filter unit. So now we're not changing tubs as the water's flowing over in the bathroom. We're just getting the dirty water out of the tub down through the drain system. Same thing works for your kidneys. In most cases, you can save your kidneys, and after months, you're able to wean yourself, or doctors will wean you off of your dialysis, and you'll be able to save your own kidneys. Or if you have had a kidney transplant, you certainly want to do this program and do a better job of taking care of your new kidneys than you did your original ones. Okay? And so remember, kidney failure, in most cases, there's nothing wrong with the kidney, so it's actually an incorrect name for the problem. What it really should be called is PAD of the kidney, peripheral artery disease of the kidney, resulting in lack of filtration, which shows through the creatinine levels in the blood. When it goes up above 1, get to 2, 3, they're going to put you on dialysis. I like to see your creatinine levels like 0.9. It's very doable. Change your lifestyle, change your diet, count on the 90 essential nutrients, ultimate daily tablets. Wow.
It's a very exciting story because it is a happy ending. I was an athlete my whole life. I competitively swam in first grade. I was a record athlete in high school, state record in sprinting. I was very healthy, always took care of myself. In 1993, a disease came upon me very suddenly, very mysteriously. Within inside of a week, I was almost dead. The first hospital misdiagnosed me, and by the time I got to the second hospital, which was a major hospital in Boston, the first 5 tests they took of me showed I was already dead. And they were going to try to stabilize me overnight for an 8-hour surgery, a 13-hour surgery. The next day, they only gave me a 10% chance to live. So that was my first miracle from God, and that's when I realized I had PSC, primary sclerosing cholangitis. It's the same disease that killed Walter Payton, who was an elite athlete in the NFL. And so for 15 years, I had 32 surgeries. I wore bags off my liver. There's a lot of suffering, and I died actually twice, and they brought me back. So I'm very grateful for my conventional doctors, who are a very large team of very, very intelligent people. And it wasn't until Sandy Ellsberg visited me in Boston and introduced me over the phone to Dr. Wallach. I had heard about him, decades earlier with Dead Doctors Don't Lie. I thought he was a brilliant man. I never thought I would ever know him, and so to be on the phone with him was amazing and such an honor. So I thought if he could do anything, I was very open-minded and excited to even think if he could. And so he said he knew exactly what my disease was, and no one ever told me that. And he actually told not only that, he knew what caused it. It was some dietary changes I needed to make, coupled with a massive and profound mineral deficiency. So when you put back in the body what the body is missing, diseases and symptoms of diseases go away. So he was so confident that he could help what I had. He said within 30 days my blood work and my liver number would go back into the normal range, which is medically impossible. This is not a disease that you survive. It's 100% fatal in men and 50% fatal in women. So in 35 days when my liver numbers came back into the normal range, I got an emergency call from my team of doctors in Boston, and I was shocked and but then excited because he was able to do that all naturally with no side effects, no prescriptions, nothing. And so 60 days later, my husband and I launched the chocolates and run the ingredient deck of the chocolate by Dr. Wallach to see what he thinks of it. He was very, very impressed, and he was agreed to do all of our distribution. And so we started with 44 people, got to over 12,000 people, have sold over 3 million pieces of chocolate, and as you noticed, Dr. Wallach's even thinner nowadays since he met True Chocolate. So it's been a wonderful process. It's been obviously a life-changing testimony. And, my testimony is exciting because it validates what Dr. Wallach's been saying since I was 1 year old. So I'm very honored to share my testimony, and I do often. Thank you.